and you can't stop. Was destined to happen, then go to class, but the trap is still the distance subtraction. Cop a pack and then double the.
TGN made this shit. I'm not even subscribed to TGN, but he made this shit. It says it's Cyberpunk 2077 open world. What kind of question, bruh? Is he really seriously asking that? Oh, you talking my own video? My bad, bro. No, you good, bro. Don't apologize. Don't apologize for that. That's my bad. All right, let's get into this, bro. So is Cyberpunk 2077 open world? What kind of? That's really a weird question, but let's get into it.
Hey everybody, Moxus here, and it's another great day to look at CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077.
Darth,
we're juiced up, jacked up to learn so much more about this game, especially with E3 coming. But one thing that we're especially excited about is the game's setting with Night City. Just how big of an open world is this sandbox? Well, that's what today's video is all about. What? How far to the reaches of cyberspace and Night City can you go? So it's time to take a look at the open world of Night City.
Of course this game is open world. Like, what type of question is that, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I guess somebody else asked that question and he's explaining why is open world. That's what I'm assuming.
Districts. Now here's something we definitely do know about Night City in Cyberpunk 2077. The sandbox will be made up of 6 distinct districts. Each one will have its own unique style and aesthetic.
Yeah, last chance university
as follows. The city center. This is the heart of Night City's major mega corporations. It's a symbol of the life of luxury and elite of Night City. Watson, which will feature a mix of Asian cultures. It's now heavily populated with immigrants and will feature bazaars, markets, and tangling narrow alleyways. There's Haywood, which is a suburban housing district that's said to be predominantly Latino and has an underlying gang issue.
So they got different areas, of course, just like real life, but it's just futuristic. You know what I'm saying? Different areas where certain races live and stuff like that. Yo, it's raining hardest. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This shit not normal. Hold on, y'all. Boy, it's raining hard as fuck outside. Oh, I ain't going nowhere today. Yeah, I'm staying my black ass home. It's raining hard as fuck outside, boy.
Pacifica, this is the bad side of town. It features abandoned buildings and is rife with gang activity. It's largely separated from the rest of Night City and is a den of excessive poverty. Then there's Westbrook, which is designated Japantown of Night City and is home to many wealthy citizens of Night City's elite class. And finally, Santo Domingo. This is basically Night City's industrial district. It's home to power plants and factories.
And shit.
Now, some of these districts are ripped right out of the tabletop version of Cyberpunk, so it's great that CDPR is paying homage to the original version. What about load times? So let's be honest, what was the absolute worst thing about The Witcher 3? It was the excessively long loading screens. Fast travel required load times and wasn't always fast. Going from one region in The Witcher 3 to another required long load times. Just starting up the game and loading your last...
Yeah, this load time shit, though. No load time? I hope so. That'll be great. That'll be brilliant and amazing.
Save required a lot of loading. CDPR has eliminated the need for load screens in Cyberpunk 2077.
No load screens!
That means when you go from one district to another in Night City, there will not be a load screen.
That's what I'm talking about!
Is definitely stepping their game up, so to speak, for this release to create a more streamlined, faster, smoother gaming experience for players.
Since there's no load screens, how do y'all feel about that? I think the game is going to take forever to download now. That shit might have more gigabytes than fucking Red Dead. You remember Red Dead? That shit was 100 and something.
So if CDPR is to be believed, the only visible loading required for the game will be the initial game load. After that, the experience of cruising and traveling across Night City should be a fairly seamless experience. And based on that, I can't be more excited.
Franco, I'm reacting to all of them except for the Xbox One because the Xbox One is on Sunday and I most likely have to work on Sunday because I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off. And I can't react to no Cyberpunk shit until I get home, and that's when I'm gonna like react to all Cyberpunk shit or the whole Xbox shit or whatever the fuck. Cause I want to see Halo. I want to see Halo.
You got a bit of the sense of the verticality in Night City from the previously released gameplay video, but Night City doesn't just look like it's lacking in wide open spaces like the continent in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It also appears that Night City has some insane verticality. Take V's apartment seen in the demo video. Her apartment is situated in a mega high-rise building that will have multiple floors and many NPCs where players can find more secrets and potential quests. Now, we don't expect every mega building in Night City to have this type of layout with multiple floors and rooms that we can visit, but if there are more buildings like that, it's almost hard for us to wrap our heads around. It means the exploration and gaming possibilities for Cyberpunk could be almost endless. I mean, years later, we are still finding new moments to mine out of...
We're not going to see Ghost of Tsushima at E3. PlayStation's not going to be at E3. And Sony and PlayStation is the publisher for Ghost of Tsushima. So we're not going to see it.
The Witcher 3, it could take even longer to explore every nook and cranny there is to play in Night City due to having that high level of verticality along with having a massively wide open sandbox to play around in. To add in a bit of approximate virtual sizes with what we're dealing with here, CDPR actually had a fan exchange on Facebook back in November 2018 that sheds a little more light on what we're dealing with in terms of the vertical space involved in Night City. That absolutely trumps The Witcher 3's map. Now here's what they had to say. Night City holds 6 districts, but I can't give you an exact number in square meters because no one counted this yet. Also, this is tricky for an urban environment. Night City has lots of buildings, and these buildings have floors. You can have 120 meters of space, technically taking up 60 meters squared of space in a...
You said, should you spend $60 or 60 whatever on Cyberpunk or Watch Dogs Legion? Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's gonna be a more detailed game. We don't have enough info on Watch Dogs yet, so we're gonna find out on E3 or at E3. But yeah, Cyberpunk is looking like it's gonna be way more detailed than anything.
Building, and we will have many of them explorable. Each floor can house a lot of activities. Floors stack. The Witcher 3 was, in a way, much flatter. The activities were scattered. Here, the world can be huge, but it can be huge upwards or downwards. So yeah, the environments in The Witcher 3 were a lot more flat. In Night City, we will be dealing with a futuristic urban metropolis with numerous high-rise skyscrapers, which will have multiple levels and areas to explore.
Yo, can we eat at the actual restaurants, my guy? That shit will be tough as fuck if we could do that, bro.
Crazy to think that there are stacks of floors upon floors of activity that we might be able to find when this game comes out. Now, there's nothing about Night City that is procedurally generated. We're not saying procedurally generated environments in open world gaming can never be done right. However, we'd also generally prefer something different. CDPR's lead cinematic animator, Mathieu Petras, revealed in a January 2019 interview with the French outlet Jeux Actu.
Right, I already know. Witcher was tough.
Is procedurally generated. In a Google translated version of the interview, Petras said, "The game will allow you to enter many buildings, knowing that everything was done by hand because we believe that quality comes first through manual creation. Nothing is procedural in our world. It is in this that the city of Night City will be vast thanks to this verticality. That means every level, every nook, every cranny, every area, every floor that you explore and examine in the game will have been built, crafted from scratch by developers, animators, and designers for Cyberpunk 2077. Everything in the map of Night City for the finished product will have been built by hand. None of it is procedurally generated by the game internally, and honestly, it's a comforting thought. Now, we have to check ourselves.
Why you say it like that?
We don't want to get overhyped. Sometimes games get oversold and overhyped to levels that they can never reach, but I don't know. It doesn't feel that way with Cyberpunk 2077, at least right now. How big is the map? Okay, so we know Night City will be a completely open world sandbox. We don't have an exact read though on how big it will be compared to, say, the continent in The Witcher 3. Now, we know based on the developer statements and all the verticality that I just talked about that Night City will easily have The Witcher 3 trumped. So maybe the map in total won't be quite as big as The Witcher 3. Now keep in mind for The Witcher 3 you had the Skellige Isles, which had a ton of open ocean space that went on for very very large swaths. Plus, there was also the new region of Toussaint for the Blood and Wine expansion that was also significantly large. It was roughly the same size as Velen, No Man's Land, in the same game. So we know that Night City is going to be insanely huge.
That shit looks so hard though.
Hopefully once the dust settles after E3, we will have a better idea on how big Night City and the Sandbox is after all of the major reveals that CDPR plans to do. So that was our latest look at the open world of Night City. So it's kind of a long way of saying, yes, it is an open world game. So what do you think? Do you like that it's going to be more vertical, even if that means a less horizontal footprint for the city space that you're able to explore? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe.
Good little video. So obviously Cyberpunk 2077 is open world. That title got me mad as fuck, but it was a great video. Like, I see what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Smoke, okay. Rain, okay. Ermac, okay. He going stupid on this nigga. Sub-Zero, bro. This nigga turned into Sub-Zero. Scorpion.